Hello everyone, it's been such a minute and it's really good to be back. I hope everyone is doing great today. So a few days ago, it was time to do my kit hair and I was like, okay, why not do a video? It's been a long time you posted and also did a voiceover. Ahaha. So this is my second daughter and so she asked for a cornrow and honestly at this point I didn't know what I wanted to do. But yeah, I was just like, you know what, I'm just going to do something. So I opened up my phone, I showed her a couple of styles, and she said she wanted cornrows with the side weaving, if that's the right word to use. So I'm not going to bore you guys, it's a long video. I decided not to fast forward because again, I'm always here to give tutorials to beginners. My specialty or my focus would be to teach beginners, sorry, to teach beginners how to cornrow and all of that. So and I covered how to section, how to to pick the right extension, the right amount of extension, and as well how to put the cornrows together such that they are not scattered. So I used the thread and needle method to put both the cornrows together in front and at the back. And as well, I think I showed a bit of how to do the beading, I'm not sure, but yeah. So if you're not able to watch till the very end, I would suggest, if you're not able to go through all the videos, you can just skip and go to the part where you would really love to see. So again, I don't want to talk too much because I would love for you to be able to follow the tutorial. Right here I was trying to section. Sectioning can be very challenging, honestly. For me, when I started to do hair, that was one of the things I struggled with. So I was going to follow this area and I thought, okay, why not show people the right way to section. So I already sectioned this part. I was still at this point I was just showing the part. Sorry, it's been a minute. Sometimes you don't even remember how to do voiceover anymore when you've gone for a long time. Oh, so sorry. So like I was saying, I sectioned and I clipped the right amount of hair back to the side. The thing that is very important is to grab your clips to put your hair together as a beginner. You don't want to have too many hair flying all over the place because you don't want to be overwhelmed, because that can be overwhelming, trust me. So all you have to do, be patient, because sometimes it takes time to actually learn how to section properly. For them, they used to have natural hair and then it was becoming a challenge to do their hair. So when I say there, I mean I have 3 girls and it's a lot of work to do their hair. So they were always crying, like they would really cry when it's time to get their hair done. So we decided to texturize the hair, sorry. So we didn't relax, we only texturized the hair. So so sectioning has to be done the right way. So I put the hair cream. Ronia in particular has a really sensitive and dry scalp, so I decided to use regular hair cream instead of shine and jam to section the hair. But I put a little bit of shine and jam, just a tiny bit, to the sides, just so it could sleek nicely. So here it's time to pick the extension, and I really didn't want to go too much with the extension because as you can see, my hair is already long. So I just needed something that would give a bit of strength to the hair and as well help the hair to last a little bit. So you need to pick the extensions very gently. Make sure it's not rough, because if it's rough, it's going to show in your extension, in the cornrow you're going to do. So you start by picking the extensions really gently, like really small piece, sorry, and then you go a little bit bigger by the time you pick probably like the 5th one. So right now, from this side I sectioned the hair and I divided into 3 like I am showing you here. So the 3 legs that you'll be able to cross your hands together with. So you across your hands, and just the 3 strand. I have other detailed tutorials showing this method. It is really, really detailed. So I would like for you to, I should be able to link that somewhere here so you can see it. Right, so just before I go on and stop talking, actually, this part I realized that the cornrow wasn't really showing, like the method of doing the cornrows was not really showing, even though I knew that at that point that I have other tutorials that I really showed that detail. Yeah, so if you are not seeing this part properly, when it was time to do the cornrow, I did a better capturing on that side, so don't worry, I'll still get there shortly. Like, I think after this first cornrow I went straight into that one. Yeah, so I will leave you to keep watching so I don't talk too much, and then when I get to that part I might be able to talk, and also at least that way also you can also see the part where I was taking my time to section, because again I'm also focusing on sectioning in this tutorial. Happy watching. Okay, yeah, so the back section was already done. I didn't put the I didn't record through the back because obviously it's going to be a really long video, so I decided to focus on this side so I could show you the sectioning method of the front part of the hair. So again, as beginners, honestly, it can be a struggle. Even for me, sometimes it can be a struggle to section properly, especially for her. Like I said, she has a really tender head, and then I really wanted to not overwhelm her scalp and all of that. Again, the texturizer made the roots to be really sleek, so sometimes some few strands here and there were getting in my way, and they were not letting me to be able to do a proper sectioning. So these are normal things. These are some of the things you can encounter when you're doing your own sectioning. Again, it can be overwhelming, but do not worry, just take it one step at a time, and with consistent practice I believe you'll be able to master it. Now I section, so instead of doing like a regular straight sectioning, I decided to give the hair a little bit of twist so it could look a bit cute. So I went in again with the extensions like I'm showing you here. They are really tiny. I didn't want to bulky cornrow, so I chose really small. If you like, you can make it bigger depending on the texture of your hair or the person you're doing their hair. Whatever texture they have, I think it's best to choose the right size of extensions accordingly. So please just watch closely and see how I'm doing it. and I believe you should be able to get it. Okay, talk to you soon. Just before I forget, it's important to state at this point that when you're doing your kids' hair, or even probably your own hair, and you're wondering why I keep positioning ahead the right way, it's because if you do not have your client or your daughter or your sister or whoever you're doing there, if you don't have their head positioned properly, the cornrow will be awkward. So the cornrow will probably go in the direction the person's head is going. So the reason I said that is because for a beginner, you don't want the person's head to be in a different direction that is not the direction you want the cornrow to go. You know what I mean? Okay, so for people who are really expert, no matter what, even if that might be inconveniencing, it might still go the right way. But what I mean is, just please ensure that the person's head is positioned, where you want it to be. And again, I mean, for the sake of your back, you want to make sure that the head is rightly positioned. You don't want to do cornrows and end up with back pains, right? Yeah. Another thing to note is that if your client or whoever you're doing their hair, if they have natural hair, it's very important that they have their hair nicely brushed, detangled, because if you're doing cornrows with natural hair, that has no relaxer or texturizer, you want to make sure the hair is nicely combed out. You don't have knots and all of that, because if you have knots, if you have when it's not smooth, the cornrow will also appear not smooth. You want your cornrows looking smooth. The reason I was really particular, because obviously I can say, well, these ones are not my client, I don't want them, it's okay if their hair is not looking nice, and all of that. But for me personally, I don't like it when I see them and I can see awkward lines and all of that. It makes me very uncomfortable. So I always make sure to do the right thing. Like, again, for her, I didn't really comb hair because I had combed the hair before. So now for the second cornrow hair, because we are trying to create a pattern, so don't go, so as you do one side, you do the other side. So it's like you interchange the way you do the cornrows. So I already did this side, you go on that side, and then you come on this side again. And then as you go on both sides, you have to be mindful of the sectioning and how you are positioning your comb. You see, I went in with the local sectioning, with the sectioning comb. We call it a laron. It's popularly used in Nigeria. I'm Nigerian, obviously, and yeah. So when I was going in with my rat tail comb, I was like, oh my goodness, please, this one is not giving the effect I would like it to give, because again, her hair was so sleek in the roots, and I wanted to be able to get those clear lines. So I went in with my laron, and a rat tail comb with the metal one also might be able to do a good job. But yeah, I couldn't find it at that point, so I went in with this one. So yeah, so you interchange the areas where you'll be doing the cornrows per time, and then you have to what's the word now, you have to do like an hang good or a slanted sectioning to be able to get the pattern we are trying to create. Okay, so this part I didn't necessarily have to comb, but I just wanted to show you that it's important to always comb before you start the cornrow. But yeah, again, you pick your extensions, and if you want it to be way faster, you can pre-pick, if that's the right word to use. You will pick all the extensions right before you start the cornrows. But for me, I felt it was better like this because I didn't want to be going back and forth. Like I didn't want the area to be messed up, because I know my little one, my youngest girl might come in. I think she came in at some point. You will see her later in the video with a very cute afro. I've not texturized her hair yet. She has the most beautiful afro, trust me. It's so cute, and whenever we have it in this two puff or whatever it's called, she's really cute. You should check that out. You will see her somewhere at the end of the video when she came in to give her sister moral support, and as well take a lollipop from her. Very funny girl. Yeah, so again, let me just keep quiet before I overwhelm you with a lot of talking. It's been a long time I did this. My last couple of videos I would just type the words, but I'm like, okay, why not? Let me just talk today and then catch up with you guys. And please don't forget to like, to share, to also subscribe, so you guys can encourage me to keep doing this. I know it's a lot of work. It took me a long time to be able to record this video. The hair would have taken me probably like an hour or less, because there was no need to be doing detangles and all of that. That would take time. But because I was recording, I was stopping intermittently to ensure the recording was going on nicely and all of that. So please, you should show some love, like this video. Please share with someone who you think might be able to learn from this, and please subscribe. Okay, thank you so much. So I'm not sure if you noticed what I did there. When one of the legs or the arms of the cornrow, when it's getting shorter or more tiny or tinier, there's any English like that. Oh my goodness, English can be so somehow sometimes. Anyways, yeah. So you borrow from the other side, or you pick some extension from other legs. So which of them that feels thicker or you feel can borrow the other leg some hair, you can just pick from there, so that you can have equal amount of hair on the three arms again, if you know what I mean. So I did that almost every time doing this cornrow, so in case you didn't notice. So as a beginner, it's important to put all of these things into consideration, because you don't want the tip or the ends of the hair to be awkward and all of that, right? So now on this one again, you will notice how I went in slanting the section. So don't make it straight. I mean, you can also do the straight one, because it might be easier for you But trust me, it's just like just follow what I'm doing, and I feel like you would be able to try it. I believe you will be able to try it. But if you feel like it's going to be too much for you, instead of doing a slanted cornrow, just make it straight. I just didn't want it to be basic. I wanted her to just have a little. I wanted the front side to have a little bit of twist and you know some steez and um I want it to be, what's the word now that's really the mirror? Anyways, yeah. There are some people who have really really dense roots. So I mean, for a beginner, that might also be a big challenge when you are sectioning. So in that case, I will strongly suggest that when you are detangling the hair, maybe you're using the hot brush or you are blowing out the hair, make sure you get to the root and brush nicely. Also, the number two thing that would really help you would be the shine and jam or any kind of jam or gel, not eco styling gel, no, any kind of gel, a braiding gel actually that you can use. So make sure you so once you create a line, create that line and then put a little bit of the shine and jam or the braiding gel and go on the section again with the comb or the sectioning comb or something. So that way you'll be able to get a nicer and a cleaner part, right? And if you keep going over and over again with the shine and jam, and make sure please that it's not too much, because those things can also be drying really, for especially if the braiding gel is not a conditioning gel, right? So just put the shine and jam. The focus is on the root, right? Because you want to be able to go in with the sectioning comb to create a really nice line. Okay. And just a disclaimer, I'm just recording all of these things. I'm not even sure if I've made any mistake, but please forgive me in advance, because sometimes once you have the voiceover thing going on, you just keep talking, you don't even know if you're saying the right thing or not. But I want to believe I'm saying the right thing, and I want to believe that you're gaining one or two things from this video, because the essence of all of these things, the hours of recording and editing and all of those things, is to ensure that you grab something and it's helpful and useful for you. There's one of my videos that I have about 80 something thousand views. The comment there is so encouraging, because people who I did not know or I've never seen, I don't know where they even live, they are all around the world, commenting on my on my post, saying, oh my goodness, this is, you need to go and see it yourself. I went in, it was so detailed, I didn't even say a word. In case you are one of those people who don't like people talking while they are doing some video tutorials, I didn't say a word. I was just typing the explanation and explaining the things, the process of doing the hair, right? So I got a lot of good feedback. I was so I would just wait, because I recorded it probably like, was it 2 years ago or 3 years ago? I can't even remember. The day I did it, I just did it and dumped it on. It wasn't like the best of the days that I did the recording, but seeing all those comments from people I don't even know, because sometimes your friends just want to encourage you by saying nice things on your comment, but these people I don't know them, and they give me their candid feedback, and it's really yeah, it was really really encouraging. Sorry for that breaking transmission. So here the cornrow was done, and it was time for me to put together the cornrows in front. So I didn't know how, but I don't know the right word to use. So now look closely. Instead of having those cornrows scattered everywhere, for me personally, because by the time they go to school, they play and everything start flying away, I love to put the cornrows together so that they look nice, clean, and nice anyways. Yeah. So all I did, you thread your needle with the black thread or the color your hair is, and then just let the pin, or what's it called now, the needle, you penetrate the needle from the, let it go under the cornrows for each of the cornrows, and then pull together for them to be able to, can you see what I'm doing, for them to be able to come together. You don't want the cornrows, or let me see, I personally do not like that cornrows all looking scattered and separated. It helps, because I know again that I was going to be putting like beads on them, and then because of school, when she's in school and she would need to write or do stuff in school, the cornrows or the beads wouldn't be getting into her eyes or coming in her way. So that was one of the main reasons, actually, before I also realized how neat it was going to look and all of that. So you do it on both sides. You go from end to end, and then as you put the needle through, make sure to pull to ensure that it's like nice and tight, not too tight though, somewhere comfortable where she won't be feeling uncomfortable, you know what I mean. Yeah, so that's the essence of doing this, and you see the difference right now compared to what it looked like when what's it called now, when the needle was not, the threading or the sewing wasn't done. Sorry about that. Yeah, so you see the difference now. It looks well put together, clean, and by the time the beads go on there, it will look so nice and cute. You will see that shortly. And yeah, let me know. I just realized that I probably didn't show where I added the beads. If you would like for me to show you or do a tutorial on that, kindly let me know by putting that in the comments. And also, please, you can give me topic suggestions on the things you would like for me to see, for me to do rather. So yeah, so at this point, after I did the sewing, I went ahead to cut the thread and do a few knots as well to ensure it stays in place. Please don't forget, that part is very, very important if you want it to stay put right. Okay, yeah, so now she's smiling, she's so happy. At this point, I'm not sure she has seen the hair yet, but she was overly obsessed, very, very obsessed. The length of the extension and the length of her hair are literally the same length. Like her hair is really long, and I'm kind of obsessed. She loves her hair a lot, and I'm grateful and happy that I've been able to. Oh yeah, look at that. I was just showing, I was showing the product, but I didn't record. Anyway, so sorry about that. Now here, I also went ahead to sew the back. Again, look at the way it looked before oh, here comes the cutie. Oh Lord, look at that. They are besties. Oh my God. So I wanted to end the recording. I'm like, oh my God, go. It's okay. I don't want to show you my video, but oh my goodness, she's so cute. By the way, I did a process video of what I saw, what we encountered when I was washing her hair. It's up in my YouTube shorts. You'll be able to see there when I while I was detangling, washed her hair, and also at some point her sisters were singing because she was really, really crying. She has really beautiful thick hair, and even if you touch her head, not even her head only, she would cry. Because for some reason, I think her sisters taught her to just cry, because this girl would not cry or do whatever when she was way younger, but now she would just behave as though the right thing to do while getting her hair done would be to cry. So I was detangling and she was crying and everything. But yeah, we ended up doing it, and I also showed the picture or video of her when she was happy and all excited. You can check it out in my YouTube short, it's out there. Yeah, so we've come to the end of this tutorial, and I hope you learned one or two things. Please don't forget to like, to subscribe, to comment. Please show some love. I hope you try this, and please do try it and let me know how that goes also in the comments. And I pray that I will come back again soon. I also did a recording of my older daughter doing her own cornrow as well, and I will be posting that shortly as well. So please don't forget to check it out and have a blessed and amazing weekend. I hope this tutorial is helpful for you this weekend. If you're watching it this weekend or whenever you're watching it, I hope it's helpful. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you become an expert someday soon. This is me signing out to see you again soon. Cheers, bye. Again, please don't forget to subscribe. Please don't forget to like. Please don't forget to share with your fellow mommies, especially if you are not, if you're trying to learn. I mean, doing all of these things is a good way to bond with your children. And I mean, who doesn't want to be part of a cute thing? Thank you once again, and do have a great weekend or great day whenever it is you're watching this video. Stay blessed and take care. Bye bye.